Hello, 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 Geminis. Welcome, welcome. My name is Patty. I'm your empath that is doing the your intuitive tarot. It is divine focused. He's our source. We do definitely want to make him our source of all energies. And then I do also astrology and numerology. So this is very different kind of a tarot. This is more of a helpful guidance, answering your questions, anything to help you move forward and transform to the higher self of you, and also to a light that is going to bring you more joy, love, and peace. All right. So let's get started. This is for the week of the 21st through the 27th of June. Couple of energies going on here. I'm looking at a calendar if you see me looking off. On the 22nd is the Mercury retrograde. Yay, going bye-bye finally. So if you've gone through a lot of communication, even your computers and phones having glitches, that's Mercury retrograde. Hold off on getting them fixed until after the 22nd, because it might be just the Mercury retrograde interfering with all kinds of things. It's communication. Mercury is about communication. And so if you're having toughs and stuff like that, probably around the 23rd, 24th, things might be making up. Like those makeups. And then the 24th is a full moon. Okay, so full moon on the 24th. Yes, I am doing a reading. Some of you may be asking. I just put up the thumbnail. It'll be the 22nd. However, usually I do my readings, if you watch me, on the full moon, because those are energies that are actually happening at the moment. Things might be happening that you need to have questions answered. That's why I do my readings live. But also too, I'm going to be on a plane that day. So the 22nd is when I'm going to do it at 11 o'clock. So if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe and the like or the bell, and you'll be notified when I'm on. All right. And also notify when I have uploads as well. So let's get started, and I'll do announcements as we go. But we've got the first card out. Now, for those of you that are brand new to tarot, what I'm doing is I have 3 oracles that are creating a theme for what the reading is going to be about. However, sometimes it doesn't stay with that. It sometimes does. But a lot of the times, this is sort of the message that Divine is trying to send you personally. And this is a general reading. So if it resonates with you or somebody's name comes into your head, it might be for them. Share it with them. All right, so the dragon is the first card out. This is the Divine's card. This is the message or thing that he's trying to share with you, or maybe he's trying to answer your question, or maybe you're on the fence about something, you're not sure about something. So the dragon is about your number 6, which is about your harmony improvement, but it is also your power and your strength. So what he's trying to tell you right here is you have the power and the strength, and if you're asking a question already, that answer is inside you. All right. That answer is completely inside you. So whatever is coming to your mind first, that's probably what you're supposed to be doing. That's your intuition, guys. That's your intuition. That's your telephone to the divine. That's sort of your messenger to the divine. It's like, hey, do we have a good connection? Not. If you're close to him, you'll have a phenomenal connection. If you're just learning about him, it might be a little crackly. You got to catch it a little bit. It's like, hello, hello, are you there yet? Or can you hear me yet? That kind of a thing. But you got to trust the process. This is your card for the week, guys. This is the 21st through the 27th. So when the divine says you have the power and the strength within you, trust it. So if you're getting that answer, if you've already asked a question, the answer is right there with it. You're not paying attention to what the answer is, or you're fighting it. So a lot of the times we let our heads get in the way. It's like, yeah, but that's not the answer I want. So then you're not trusting in the process of what the divine has coming towards you. And that's where this is definitely a problem, because the number 11 is about the number 2, bringing something together or some people together, or it's separating them apart. So the number 2 is about a partnership, growing that partnership. This is about having bringing the balance into that partnership, trusting in that partnership. Okay, but it is also making sure that you're listening to your intuition. Again, power and strength is right inside you. And again, if you're asking a question, that answer is right there with it. You're just not wanting that answer. Put it that way. Or you don't like it, or you don't want to do it. You want the answer to come differently. Divine doesn't do that. He tells you the way it is. And the thing is about second dimension is we can't see it. We don't know what's headed in the future, whereas divine does. So run with it. Let him take the wheel and have the flow with it. And it'll also, I didn't even look at this card, but it also will release your burden. It'll release your burden. This is the, number 7. This is about your potential. So we all have potential to do a million things. However, we have to trust in the process of what the divine has for us rather than what the world, because the world will have us living on a roller coaster, changing job to job, relationship to relationship. But if we pay on attention to what the divine is doing, it's going to be a lot easier, and it's going to release the burden. You know why? Because then you leave it on him. You make the decision. I don't want to make the decision. I'm too tired anymore. I don't want to do that. And let me tell you, but you got to be ready to follow what the divine says. And you may like it and you may not. But if you follow it, you will see enormous amount of rewards along your path. Definitely. And some love, looks like. And some love. So definitely, somebody's in the past been running a lot from problems, running a lot from solutions. Oh yeah, definitely. Somebody's been actually running away from love. This is your past card. Running seems to be you got good shoes on because you've been running a lot. Somebody's been running a lot away from their past rather than facing it. And you have the power and the strength within you to face it. Again, fear is what's stopping you. All right. All right. Let me get these cards out for the reading and see. And divine, if there's anything in the interim, please let me know. But also to remember, there are the dailies, Monday through Friday. I posted today's late. I apologize, but it is up there. And yeah. So retrograde is ending. So I see some communication issues right here anyway. All right. So thank you. So something right now in your life is pretty much ending. I don't know what it is. It seems, I don't know how to put this, but it is not what it seems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. It's not what it seems. So we have the Knight of Wands, of course. We're running from something. This is a lot to do because this has to do with your physically running away from something. The Knight of Wands. This is physically maybe moving or traveling or getting away from something that might have been ending. Okay, but that's not the answer. That's not the end all because you're not trusting in what divine has to do for you. Now, if you're just getting away for a little bit, taking a break, okay, that's okay. We all have to do that. We all have to do that. But I think whatever you're running from, it is not all that it seems. Or somebody's actually hiding something from themselves. What I mean by that is like they're too shameful to talk about something. You've basically, because you've been standing up for yourself a lot. So we have the 7 of Wands and then we have the 8 of Cups. So when somebody wants to sort of get away or run away in the night, they're getting away from something that either they're running away from something fearful, and that fear could be actually themselves, or they're running away from something, God forbid, fearful physically to get away from it, sort of like domestic abuse. That is not something I hope is happening to somebody, but it does happen. But this here is one that you've been standing up for yourself. This is definitely a communication issue. And the communication issue sort of has to start with you. Because when we communicate, we have to look at the other person first. This communication that is having you run, is it doesn't work out and then you take off. It doesn't work out and you take off. Or you run away from your emotions. It's like you shove it down. You don't release that, okay? Rather than with the power within is looking at, okay, this didn't work, why? As a Virgo, we analyze. I'm a Virgo. So as we analyze things and being an empath, I analyze everything. And I don't analyze it from a worldly view. I sit there and Divine and I have a conversation. Okay, why did this happen? How did this happen? What is it that I need to learn? What is it that you want me to show somebody? What is it that you want me to do for myself? What do you want to educate me in? What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? How do you want me to handle it? How do you want me to talk about it? That's me talking Divine. And that can happen in a few seconds because we've had such conversations before for all my life. However, I will not run. I will go and I will seek wisdom. I will seek wisdom. So if somebody doesn't have the divine yet and the intuition and the strength to do that, then you need to seek wisdom of somebody who's been there, done that, who's elderly. Because this is going to release your burden. It's going to be release stress because that's your future energy. This is through July, guys. This is through July because we still have Saturn and Pluto in retrograde. So we definitely still have retrograde energies, which are very slow, very powerful. And I'll go through that on the 22nd as well. So definitely, definitely. So, okay, thank you. So what's really causing you to hinder your progress is that you do work hard, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with working, but somebody's off balance because that's how you hide things. You don't bring things out. You don't talk about things. You don't share things. You just internalize them. And that is what's creating not only a emotional burden, it's creating a physical burden for your body. We have the King of Swords as your challenge card. The King of Swords is all about clarity and truth. So in order for you to come clean and share your feelings, that's going to give clarity to somebody. Again, remember I said this is a communication issue because they're not clear. It isn't as it seems because they're not clear. When there is confusion and disillusion and, not clear, that's low vibrational energy. That's not divine. That's not light energy. That's you trying to be controlling and take power in over everything when you need to release that control and allow that truth to come through, that divine truth, that absolute truth to come through because the burden's trying to be released. So somebody jumps to conclusions or assumes way too much. Is that you or somebody around you? Because that is huge. Those energies are huge. You're jumping to conclusions. You're not trusting another person, definitely. It's like, I can't trust them. Because whatever happened, you're not letting it. You're just like, okay, I'm going to assume and judge over something that happened in the past and expect it to be the same in the future. That is what we call insanity. It's sort of like what they say, if you do the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results, insanity, because you can't. Life is about growing and changes and always changing and always having lessons. And if you grow from them, all right. I would like to get clarity on what is not what it seems. It doesn't seem as what how did you say that? I never remember. People ask us tarot readers, it's like, even my daughter, she goes, well, what was about my sign today? And I'm like, I don't know, go watch the video, because we do not remember. We really don't, because there's too much, and the energies are massive, especially if we're getting downloads. If you hear me say thank you a lot, I'm getting downloads or messages from the other side, and I'm appreciating them and telling them thank you. Okay, so wanted clarity. So we have the Two of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. This is about clarity. You need to get clarity, because the Ace of Swords is about getting clarity. So somebody needs to communicate and ask. If you don't ask, you will not know. Live through that fear. Face that fear, live through that fear, and ask. This is about clarity. This is an offering and an opportunity for you to get that clarity. And Divine says, I'm right here with you, and I'll make sure that you're protected when you're asking. Okay? But this is the power and the strength. He goes, you have that power and strength within you. I've given it to you. Ask. Get clear. Find out. Now, this might not be you. This might be somebody coming towards you. Maybe somebody is not being clear. Okay, so if the thing is they're not clear, let's take hypothetically, because this is for your future. This is definitely something for the future that you really need to get clear on, because it's bringing you together, the number 2, or it's separating you. And either one, you've got to trust in the process, because the divine, whenever he brings somebody close to you or takes somebody from you, there is a huge reason. I don't know how many times he's taken people from me, and my daughter's like, oh my gosh, why don't you just lose hope? You know, and I'm like, because he's protecting me, or I needed to give them a lesson, or I needed to learn a lesson. And it could be just one thing. So I don't look at it as like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm going through these, I'm just dating. No, he has a reason why he brings people in and out of our lives. Yeah, it can sting a little bit, but the thing is that you got to put your big girl panties on, or, you know. But the other thing here is, this is for your future. So this clarity is what it does not seem. You have to get to the bottom of it. Because when you do get to the bottom of it, you might be happy, or you're going to say, wow, I would have never thought you would say that. How many times have you thought all these horrible things? Oh, they're going to get mad, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that. And then when you try it or do it, they don't act at all like you expected, because we create these illusions in our mind, because that's not truth. We have to ask to get the truth. Now, because communication's been really shaky for somebody here, that, you know what, you've been trying to get the truth, been trying to, you know, you're doing it the wrong way. Again, if you do the same way over and over and over and expect that person to give you the truth, you're doing it wrong. Insanity. Same thing, expect different results. Ain't going to happen. So if you're nagging, then you're not going to get the truth. You have to lift up. Man, you know, I just think you're the most best person. You know, we got together because, man, we loved each other. We have the same calm. You know, you're so strong. You have whatever their attributes are, pick them out and lift that person up and say, but it would really help me to understand what is going on. Maybe I'm thinking of something and it's really not that. And putting yourself in a position where it would help me to understand your feelings. Whenever you pound somebody with you're blaming, you're creating a destructive communication, very destructive. When you say you, well, if you would do this, or when you said that, or when you know, if you would have thought this, but you started this, and how destructive is that? You're never going to get anywhere. Again, insanity. Again, relationships, they come together or they break apart because of miscommunication. And this is your burden, because you're not communicating properly. To release that burden for the future is to learn new ways to communicate. And also learn about the opposite sex if you're in a heterosexual relationship. Actually, really, you need to know whether you're not. If you're in, you know, a relationship of the same sex, you really need to learn about the different brains. And Dr. John Gray is awesome with that. Venus and Mars. Go on there and Google him, because he's even live a lot of the times on Thursdays. And he is phenomenal about the biochemistry of the brain, and also about how men think and women think, and how the relationships come together, how you can tear them apart, how to enhance your relationships. Phenomenal. He's older, so definitely my age. Actually, no, he's not. He's even older. He's like 10 years older. All right. So definitely have to really pay attention. The Hierophant is waiting on you. He's there to keep you safe while you do go through this process. And I moved cards around. That's not good. Okay. There we go. So it is about talking about the truth. All right. All right. Let's see what else the divine has going for you. I will do love and relationships here in a second. Do you? Thank you. So he's asking, do you even trust yourself? Somebody doesn't even trust themselves. This is a core foundation issue because you keep running. You don't believe in yourself. There's been some trauma or some well, it could be damage. You know, I call it trauma. Some PTSD from something in the past because now you run. And thank you. So he's saying your feelings and emotions are running away. You're not facing them. So in order to heal, you have to face your emotions and what is going on. You have to face that inner child. You have to face that inner being. You have to face it. And you know what? It's not that scary. It really isn't, because once you do it, it's like, wow, huge release, huge release. And that burden is released. Definitely. It's the number 10. So that burden is released. I know there was a card that turned. There it is. Yes, 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 yes. So, Lover's card, Hangman, and the Stars. Wow. We've got 3 arcanas here. Major arcanas. When the major arcanas show up a lot, so you have Death, Emperor, you have the Lovers, the Hangman, and the Stars, this and the Hierophant. You have some major things to really sit and think about. So this is about life transformation, a life opening up. There's a lot of ones here. There's a lot of ones, yeah. Ones and twos to bring things together. A lot of tens. Not a lot. I keep saying a lot, but it's not a lot. But this is to bring things together. So we've got 10, 12. So 3, a lot of acknowledging. 8, 7, 8, a lot of 8s. Again, this is about your progress. So we have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, 7's about harmony and progress of growing. Now we've got the Lover's card, so there might have something been in the past that, again, that came to an end, that wasn't, that wasn't as it seems. It's like they broke up and really you shouldn't have broken up. However, because of somebody's mindset of illusions, it's like, well, you're probably cheating. You got to get over that healing. There is something definitely that is keeping you from growing because you keep comparing a past relationship of cheating to somebody else cheating. That's not, if they say they're working late and they've shown you nothing other than that they're working late, and you go, well, yeah, he was working late, but he's probably calling somebody, he's probably cheating. This is a mindset function problem. This is where you have to switch your brain to think more positive, because not everybody cheats. Okay, not everybody cheats. And the Hangman is about getting insightfulness, and the Stars is about not only having balance, but also more beautiful relationships. This is more of a beautiful, positive, growing relationship. All right. So there is somebody in a relationship that has lost trust, and this is time that you can either learn to trust, to remove the burden, again, or if you don't trust and there is good reason not to trust, then you need to release it and let it go, because the truth is already told. Okay. But we've got the Hierophant here. You have the power and strength to do whatever you need to do. This is the divine talking. You have the power and strength. I gave it to you. It's inside you. Find it. That's what he's saying. Find it. Because he has given it to you. All right. So let's go to love and relationships. Since we do have the Lover's card here, to see what is going on. What is insightful? There is insightfulness. I think this is about communication, because we are in the Mercury retrograde. What is that going on? Let's hear about what is going on in this relationship, please. Now, this could mean that you're dating, or you're just starting out, or, maybe you've met somebody and this is a brand new relationship. Let's see what's going on with this. And remember, this is actually during the week of communicating, the horrible communication stopping, but the energies of the full moon starting. All right. Awesome. This is about manifestation. What are you manifesting? Because this is really a key card. What is it that you're manifesting, that you're trying to make happen? This is Gaia's card, or garden. It's about fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. So what is it you're trying to do in this relationship? Again, we've had risk a lot in this last week. We've had retaliation a lot. If you are ending a relationship, do not retaliate. Trust me, you will have big burdens on your shoulders. Divine does not like retaliation. He does not like retaliation. Let him handle it. Let Divine handle it. All right. This is the number 9 in numerology, so this is definitely huge about what you're manifesting. What you reap, you will sow. Okay, this is sort of, if you believe in karma, this is karma coming back at you. Fruition is, you can bring anything into fruition, positive or negative, high vibrational or low vibrational. Okay. So, and that is the number 9. So that whatever you're manifesting, whatever you're reaping to sow, that it will come to fruition. So make sure you're reaping and sowing something beautiful and loving and compassionate and kind. Because we have the new moon eclipse, which is expect powerful change. Definitely. When you manifest something and when you keep those energies moving forward in that, you will manifest something. And this could create a beautiful change, or it could create a very destructive change. So again, this is all in your power of what you believe in your relationship. Okay. Let me get a little bit more clarity on this love relationship here and see what type of fruition that we are talking about, since I have a few minutes. So let me get some clarity on this relationship. There are 3. Wow, very strong base. Very, it's got a very stable base. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is probably a newer relationship. This is somebody that is trying to grow a base, a good, healthy base in this relationship, because we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles, but then we have somebody with the 10 of Swords, or 9 of Swords. Excuse me. So you're not quite to that next stage. Remember, it says expect powerful change. You're in a new phase. It's actually in the phase of a beginning to see if this is where you want to go or not. However, the foundation is being told that, yes, this is something that is solid. It's going to be stable. It's going to be healthy. It's going to be, however, it is in Pentacles. So my concern would be it's very worldly. We don't want it to stay in world because we want to be able to lift things up. It's sort of like when you have somebody who is very materialistic and realistic of the earth, and you get somebody spiritual, which I've been in that. Somebody actually, they thought of everything of the world. They really didn't believe in a higher power. They didn't believe in God. They didn't believe in that. And I'm spiritual. Then what happens is I can't start talking about who I am. I can't be authentic. So you really have to have extra good communication to be able to bring each other up. As spiritual, I'm not coming down to earth again. Boop, never going to happen. Because I've been there and I don't want to be there. I want to be in the spirit realm because it actually is more peaceful, more joyful, more calm. So my job would be to not change that person, however, show them that it can be a lot more peaceful and things are more rewarding than what earth can offer. So, but it is a stable relationship. This is a good relationship. But somebody is really worried about it. I think you're too much in your head. You're overthinking things. Okay, you just got to let this flow. Again, at the very most, if you are in fear, then release that fear and become what you want. If you want love, become that love that you want. for me, if it's, I like to touch, I like to hug, I like to do that kind of stuff, but I love to give affirmations. So I give a lot of affirmations, and, if we were able to be physical, I would probably give a lot of hugs and cuddles and things like that, because touch is very important to men. I'll tell you right now, I would say probably 98% of men's love language is touch. So something you got to give what you want to receive. All right. All right, guys, this is your reading. I hope it helped. Definitely stop running and face. You have the power to face and trust so that your burdens can be released. But somebody's running from their emotions. Time to stop and face it. The boogeyman is not real. And you know what? You might just be shocked and amazed at when you face that fear, what huge energy and vibrations you are going to receive in a very much higher vibration. That burden will be released. All right. That burden will definitely be released. All right. So I hope this was helpful to you. And if it may not have resonated with everybody, but if somebody did come to mind, maybe share that with them, because they may need something out of this. I don't know. But don't forget, dailies are out. Remember to like, and please share and subscribe. Hit the bell, and you will know when the full moon reading is on and when I'm doing uploads. My picking up the pieces, the sexual abuse video is almost done. It will be out before I leave on vacation. So if you know anybody that has been sexually abused, or you're questioning or wondering about sexual abuse, this is very, very transparent. And so it's not for kids. Definitely don't have kids around, but hopefully it will help somebody in their surviving, healing, and living with sexual abuse. All right. So I hope you guys have a great, great week. And next week will be recorded, I believe, because I am on vacation, but I will be in Universal Studios and Disney World. So if you're in that area, let me know. But I will be doing a couple lives, a couple bonus ones from there. So 1 or 2 at least. So we'll see. All right. Take care. Have a great week, guys.